Hi everyone. Outside my window there is a big field, and in that field every morning, all spring and now summer, these flowers open and create this field of yellow dandelions. And now I'm noticing in the morning when I look out there are way more of these than these. What do you think is happening? What do you call those? I call them puffballs, and really they are just dandelions that are going to seed, because that's what's happening this time of year. All these little teeny, can you see those little fluffy things? They're all little seed pods, and the wind or animals or other things carry them away, and that's how dandelions keep growing. There was an experiment that I sent in curriculum last week. And when I'm done reading this story to you, I'm going to put on a sock over my shoe, and I'm going to go out into my field, and I'm going to walk around in my field, and then I'm going to take off that sock, spritz it with some water, I'm going to put it in a bag in my window, and I'm going to see what happens. Hopefully we can come together either on Zoom or here on YouTube and talk about what you found. I found a story about that particular thing called A Dandelion's Life, and it was written and illustrated by John Himmelman, so I thought I would share it with you. Remember, I'm going to look at the words and then I'll show you the pictures, because that's what I need to do to be able to read. In late summer, a dandelion seed floats through the air. They're very light and puffy. It hitches a ride in chipmunk's fur. That sounds like fun. The seed drops into the soil. You see it? A few weeks later, a dandelion plant begins to grow. Do you know what it's called when it starts coming out of the pod like that? It's called sprout. It's sprouting. Oh, look at that little bug right there. It's a whole little world down there in the soil. Its leaves grow and spread during the fall. We've been talking about looking at creatures. There's some creatures. I see a worm and a ladybug. How many ladybug spots do you see? Well, after the fall, do you know what comes next? In winter, snow covers the dandelion and other plants. It is hard for the birds to find food. A redpoll eats grass seeds below the snow. The dandelion leaves stay green all winter. That's why we put seeds out in bird feeders for birds when they have a hard time finding food. Well, the spring rain waters the thirsty. Remember what it's called when plants go down into the earth to get their nutrients? What are those called? Here's the word. Roots. Spring rains water the thirsty roots. Look at this guy. In early summer, a stem grows up and a dandelion bud forms. Hey, who's looking at that dandelion? Soon the bud opens and a bright yellow flower head appears. The head contains dozens of little flowers. That's like a microscopic picture blown up. A skipper visits the dandelion flowers for nectar. I didn't know that was called a skipper. Did you? Other things are going to come sip some nectar. What do you think it might come get some nectar? The skipper will not fight with a wasp. It flies away. I've seen those in the summer. I steer clear of those. I don't bother them. But apparently they like to sip nectar too. In late afternoon, the flower head closes So that's what I was talking about. In the morning, the flower would open. It was bright field of yellow. And then when the time the sun was going down, it was like they all disappeared. At night, a cricket comes out from under the dandelion's leaves. You see the cricket? It fills the warm summer evening with music. That's what it looks like when it's closed. So the moon sees a closed dandelion and a cricket making a song. As the sun rises, the dandelion flower opens up again. It made for a very beautiful field every morning this summer, or this spring and summer. A lawnmower roars across the yard. Luckily, it just misses the dandelion. The dandelion has had many visitors, and they all like nectar. Oh, what do you see? I see two creatures sipping some nectar. Sometimes many visitors come all at once. It looks like a dandelion party. A few days later, the flower head closes for the last time. The dead flowers are slowly pushed out of the head. So the little yellow things are pushed up, and they're replaced by a fuzzy ball of seeds. That's what I call the puffball, and that's what they look like. They're very delicate. The summer breeze lifts the dry, light seeds into the air. And now the dandelion head is bare. The stem withers, but the leaves keep growing. The plant will bud again next spring. I've even seen some of these. Have you ever seen one of those? I saw one of those. It kind of frightened me when I was out walking in my lawn. It looked like a stick and then it moved. I call it a gardener snake. There will be many more seasons of dandelion flowers and many more seasons of seeds in the air. And that's one of my favorite things to do with a dandelion puffball, is to make a wish and blow it. And that's the end. So I'm going to put that sock on my foot, and I'm going to go out and see what sticks to my sock and see what I can find. Have a great day.